Microphone. Yep, microphone. There is but one account I've yet to analyze in this series, and there's a reason I saved it for last because it is so much content to go through that it is worthy of its own video. That is this one right here, Cards United. About me. We are Cards United. The game has begun. Draw your cards. Do me a favor, do me a favor, do me a favor, do me a favor. This account drove me crazy. And I have to give huge props to Winter for pulling this off. They made an entire project after A was over explaining the thought process and everything, but I will get to that at the very end. First off, we have to obviously do the comments. Do you play football? This account started off doing nothing for the first couple days, and so I'm like, is this a reference to something or just an interesting one? I think more will come with this one. Oh boy, Tate, you were right. Okay, weird, but do you have a card that involves credit specifically that you're willing to share? Oh, I do. Spill R. I didn't mean to type North Central else. Spill X dotted R. Okay, bro. Yeah, I don't know why I have this funny thing where I just said like a dotted R. Balatro. Tate's been playing a lot of Balatro recently, so I know who you are. Ow! I meant how. We are Cards United. Something tells. I'm pretty sure nobody guessed this account properly. Hold on, I have an alarm going off. So I said, "Who are you?" Because they still hadn't posted anything yet. I'm like, "What? We are Cards United. We literally have nothing on, bro. Dang, gonna require some activity for week 2. Okay, will do." Funny things, just assuming this is my account. By golly. Hello. No way. Fear giving all the cards 1 5 says being reset each card separated by 10 minutes. This is when it started releasing. Well, that escalated quickly. I think I figured out your puzzle. I just have to wait for all the pieces there. Actually take a bit to solve. There's no puzzle, only answers. The right ones for a favor, once more. As Darkfire would say, good grief. Does following you count as a favor? A favor yet. Okay, what does count? Go out of your way for a favor, doubled and given to us. Interesting. So I just posted a link to Do Me a Favor, the song. So, because I was just trying to understand what the whole favor thing was about. A favor. You forgot Diamonds. Oh, yeah, because they were releasing them every 10 minutes, except they paused before Diamonds. We don't forget. We act with intention. Then why did you not do Diamonds? Haven't we? There's a gap of 4 hours and 50 minutes between Cave Clans and 8 Diamonds. Exactly, we notice. You said there was an intention. What was the intention of the gap that was 280 minutes longer? We had what anyone has ever had. What does that mean, bro? It might oblige you to uncover. What is bro yapping about? Oh my gosh, I did. I just mogged on my thing because Tate was all like, "You forgot the diamonds," and they're like, "We didn't." I'm pretty sure what actually happened was, I think, yeah, perhaps it'll explain this in the project of, they just took a break because they were tired of it. How do I play? Favors upon favors. It's back! Smile. I found a loop of 3 cards just absolutely randomly made. 2 diamonds, K hearts, 3 hearts. Seasons, vows, 58. Absolutely randomly made. I can't decide if that's for real or not. I think it is randomly made. Column, show a chart of it. Color will be me. And there are 2 led to the same thing. Which ones? I forgot what's called. Wait, do you mean title image assignments? Random or actual clues? Image assignments are random, they have 0 meaning. Look through all of them. Waste some time. We only wasted calc class, which sounds like a benefit for me. I did not waste calc class. I was doing calc in calc. Sounds like a bigger waste. Nope, because we have an exam soon. Don't remind me. Reminder. Do not! It's 7 p.m. in the UK. One of those dudes' information. I don't know. Oh, wait. Never mind. Conversation time zone. This is a red herring. I mean, I still have some thoughts on this. You for real, what you say? Dark fairies, your petunias are beating. Trying to stuff out some both. I have a little leg up, bro. Interesting. Actually, it's pretty big advantage. Interesting. Actually, it's a little okay. I think they birthday soon. Miss Tate's birthday. Yeah, being annoying, you're an adult, parents being old, yeah. Unrelated. Made you a studio. I'm just gonna yeah, we have a studio for everything that happened. You see some projects that are not playing cards, and I will explain those as we get there. I think this is actually a deleted project now. Yeah, it was. It was the wedding invitation. This is the whole favor thing. It's correct. I did. Final favor is floating even now. As an as not fact know who you are. I know who you are. You do not in fact know who you are. I mean, are you tilted? No, it's messed up, bro. You are. Stop gaslighting me. It's messed up. You're so sorry. You watched. No, you're Cards United. You are favors. Mm. Yeah, that was the wedding invitation between beating a dead horse and Winter 58. Oh, you think you're slick, huh? This is crazy. We're gonna fall, but what does this mean? Don't worry about it. No, I will actually. Do me a favor and don't worry about it. What favor you want me to do? Oh, it's so slick about the cards meaning anything if you're dead out. Oh, they might mean something, right? I have no clue about it. It's kind of so weird. What favor do you want? Wait, what do you mean you have no clue? I thought you got one favor done. Got a card. Does that help them slide as okay, interesting. Maybe you don't have enough that we're different from maybe so. Wait, decipher your cards, decipher the right word. Hand as references. Let's just completely random each card's description associated with one of us. Might seem random, I think interesting. Here's not random. What do you think, Chachams? I think you have a better idea. Yeah, it's a rhetorical question, Chachams. Obviously, my hand references something. Why else would I be tweaking that? Assume your hand is among your heart. I want to see here. No. Well, wait, how are we looking at the cards? Okay, never mind. How? Why you sure? Okay, tries to build hand. Still no references. Make it very dumb. I think you too handy have two spaces. I don't think we're are those titles images. Wait, what's your hand? Remember, don't show your hand, or you were out. Don't worry about it. Was this and this was after it was over. Was this just nonsense? I think my acting was pretty good. It was, especially considering the fact that nobody guessed you. Yeah, beating you dead horse and Cards United the only accounts that nobody guessed. You know what show talked about that? Beating Cards United. Oh, Dungeon wasn't correctly guessed either. Dungeon Meister. Time is running out and the game will end soon. A favor, a favor, a favor, a favor, I plead. Why would I ever help you? Cards, what game are we playing? Give me a hint. Balatro, of course. We're playing the game, obviously. Since I hate you so much, Parsnip. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Bro is losing it. And by the way, I just lost the game and you all just lost the game too. Alright, this person is just a random person who's following me, so then they just found this account by randomness. I have a level 9 in Klondike Solitaire. Who are you? They're just a random person. Someone needs to explain the lore of this when it's over. We will soon. So, and this was me the day after it ended. So, can I still do two more favors? You are out. Colin D. Sorry, D. Colin. Following Shattered Plates. Oh, because they did the favors. Okay, so basically the whole favor system, which you had to do Cards United 4 favors. This is the favor leaderboard. Chatham's Shattered Plates actually managed to do 4 favors. I don't remember what they were. Perhaps we made a playing card fan art, a wedding invitation, the official wedding invitation between them and beating a dead horse, and then like an essay. I think I'm not sure. I did 2 favors. One of them I corrected a typo on a card description that was supposed to be referencing me, and another one was a song which you heard. May or may not have heard already before, depending if you show up to the premiere before it starts. Tate also did 1 favor. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. This is the Cartoon Appreciation Studio. Now I need to go over the playing cards. So this is why I made a whole video just for this. The Ace of Hearts, dare I say. 2 of Hearts. Flop. 3 of Hearts. Also, each card has a reference to either to someone. They were mostly pointing at Winter, but there were also ones occasionally to other people. 58. So I'm like, oh. So at one point, I just went through commenting all the cards for all the references that I could understand, hoping that maybe if I got a reference, it would count as a favor. 3 of Hearts. The 4 of Hearts. 8. Oh yeah, there was also the reference of all the 8s connecting to each other. 5 of Hearts. 19. Actually, and listen, I could go through all these cards, but that would actually take forever. So I'm skipping to the end. So I made a Google spreadsheet along with a Coggle diagram to like sort out the groups. Like it was all loops. So in 4 group face loop, I call them the red, yellow, green, and blue loop. So the red loop, you see it has all these cards. The yellow loop is the smallest, and then the green loop, and then the cube of 8s, where all the 8s are in the same group, which was supposed to be another reference pointing at Tate. Which, yeah, they tried to make a bunch of references to point the account and blame it on Tate, which I did not get I did not get any of them at all. So I said, congratulations, Cartoon United, you've officially driven us all crazy. School. The thing has made me even more confused, but I'm here for it. I honestly think Winter themselves was confused by their own account. I don't even think that's lying. I think they actually were confused by their own account. You have to change it because it got fixed. Three hearts now leads to two clubs. Done on. Yeah, originally there was like a smaller cycle of three cards leading to each other. I already talked about that, but then they got fixed and moved into the green group. So gotta look at the description too. So there's definitely stuff about project description. So I can me recognize which cards were mine. Crazy agents in a group. That's the count for hack for real. Go home. Facts. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. I just find it interesting that 75 DAW was just kind of watching sometimes, even though they weren't even part of this AA. Other things that it was just randomly that I noticed all the nines are in the same group, all the kings are in the same group. The thing that stands out, the eights being the same group, is no one else is in their group. Yeah. There's also a point where Sycamore or Lake in this case, I should probably start calling them Lake, actually found out about like the lore of the cards, where they all like referenced people. I'm trying to find where their comment was. Moment to appreciate Cards United. Uh, I returned to this card thinking, what else is time waster, complete nonsense. Favors, I'm scared. Swear something hidden there. You forget what exactly a favor is. Before project, I got you. Oops, like a wrong account. You need to say A for random person. Who are you? Oh, yeah, there was a bunch of random accounts that kept joining, like name snipes and just like other AA accounts. This ain't on a crate, go home, stop exploring. What else we got? Blah. So true, Presty. Who are you and why are you here? I'm like one of Sycamore's old AA accounts. XD. Oh, okay. Oh, he's like, I think I figured out the Cards United game, Bestie. I think each person has four cards the description corresponds to. For example, is Meyer P blank Og under blank Ongo blank to D because Pongo the dog XDXD Madeline for like Madeline May the best singer ever. Leslie Bacon. So smart besties. By the way, oops. There's 52 cards in the normal deck, and everyone has four cards. There's seven contestants. That's only 28 cards. But like they did say, like not all the cards can be used. Like pay attention. I've like played this game for so long, bestie. This whole thing, this spiel right here that Lake had on the I ship it, just locked into my brain. Like you figured it out. You figured it out way before everyone else. So it just locked into my brain that Lake was Cards United, which was very wrong. But I was so convinced. Yeah. Just wanted to bring that back up. So, what else we had? Oh yeah, this was a favor I done. The AI song, which I'm not gonna play at all, but I honestly think it's pretty banger. A favor you've done, boy. Hey, this is just a random person that I met on Discord, and they followed me on Scratch. Balatro. I'm going to link the full video in the description of this.
The table set, the air is tense. Whispers weave through the dense suspense. A world unveiled and shades untold, where fates are gambled, hearts grow bold.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it there because I'm gonna be. I don't want to sit here for like 3 minutes just listening to this. Yeah. Yeah, it was the song about Card United, which honestly I do think Suna AI is getting better and better. They're doing really good. So then this was the recount that they released on the very, very last day of AA, the last card, the 53rd card in the deck. Which I did consider that this card could have been missing, but I'm like, nah, they probably wouldn't do it. It wouldn't fit into the lore. But no, the Joker, they had to get the Joker. Something was missing from the deck. Now it is complete. If you haven't lost the game, then your hand is fully dealt. You just lost the game again. Dang it! I just lost the game. Find the answer if you are able, which was supposed to be another reference to eight, or in this case, Tate. Figuring you out was super easy. Ha ha ha. In hindsight, this was really funny. We are Cards United, but you already knew that. Oh wait, you didn't. So like we're second word being so confident. Oh yeah, I figured out who you were. It was so easy. No one guessed Cards United correctly. I'll remind you of that. So then I'm like, oh wait, it's referencing the number 8. So then I looked at the four different eights from the different suits. So I saw barista, spilled, 20, and then a date. And then the date really confused me because I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be day, month, year, or month, day, year. So I didn't know if it was January 4th or April 1st. I figured April 1st, but I didn't know. I think it was actually supposed to be April 1st. Balatro. Okay, buddy. Able. 8. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized too. Remember, all the 8s lead to each other. The lore of the cards. So much gaslighting done by you, perhaps. Great job. I just lost the game. Yeah. Oh, crap. The random person just following me. But now, time for the explanation brought to you by Winter, perhaps 58. Though you just lost the game, featuring how I mogged chat gems as well as getting mogged myself. We are Cards United. Sorry about the title. Also, I did not proofread, so any missing details or clarification required, please let me know. This is okay. This is a big thing, so. Okay. You just lost the game, Cards United explained. Hello everyone, this is me back on another project, this time explaining how I somewhat mogged instead of getting mogged, although I very much did. I genuinely didn't know where to even start when it came to explaining this account, so I divided this project up to 5 main chapters. Pre-allies, prep, concept, formation, clues, further concept, development, and moments in time. Chapter 1, the pre-allies prep. Going into this AA, I genuinely had no idea what I was going to do. Normally, I have at least a smidgen of an idea for what I wanted to do with my account, but this time I had no idea as I doubled the accounts to make. So I decided to wing it and just piggyback off someone else's idea of beating a dead horse, Sycamore like popping skittles, to do eating a dead horse. Somehow everyone figured out that was me, so we don't talk about that. I would like to say I did not figure out that eating a dead horse was winter. In fact, I actually said beating a dead horse was winter instead. But apparently, yeah, a lot of other people guessed eating a dead horse correctly. So womp for me. For my second account, I still didn't know what to do. It was contemplating doing another spin-off account, potentially I Love Albania X more, because the concept of starting an Albanian civil war was so funny to me. Then I was like, nah, that's lame. Let me think and come back to it. Mind you, it's 6 p.m. on the counter making day, so I don't have much time. Okay, the day I was going to a concert at my school, they sung Call Me Maybe. That's completely unrelated, but that's just really funny to me. And by the time I got back, there's an idea tickling in my brain. I don't know where it came from, but I just told me something to do with card. It spawned in my head the whole week. This time I was looking into the card possibilities. There were playing cards, tarot cards. Yes, I was going to do some of this. I even had to watch a whole YouTube video on tarot reading. Credit, birthday, baseball, you name it. Eventually, I decided to do something with a regular deck of 52 cards. Thus, Cards United was born. Chapter 2. Concept formation. Okay, now I had an account created with literally no idea what to do with it. I was questioning everything so much that my very PFP became a question mark as well. Anyways, I wanted to do something dramatic and over top because one, this AA was and this was AA. And I wanted to avoid studying for exams. I'm so cooked, it's not even funny. So I kept thinking, one deck, 4 suits, 13 vibes, 52 cards, 52 projects! Which is a reason I don't want to go through all the cards. Believe me, you can go through the cards in your own time. It's a lot. But I just do not have the time to look at it. That was it. I shared 52 projects. No one had done it before, so might as well make history. Even so, what would I do with the projects? That was when I decided to do clues in each one. In chapter 3, we'll learn more about it, but my initial plan was to frame Tate by making all the clues related to her. We will revisit this. Anyways, even if I had clues, how would I give them out? How would people know what to pay attention to? Again, there are going to be 52 projects. How would I make you want the clues? From here, I came to the concept of favors. If you guys gave something to me, I would give you what you the clue and I'll give you what you clue the okay, whatever. Each person would be assigned 5 cards, later cut down to 4, and they have to earn from me. I had no idea what I wanted from you guys. Genuinely, I was super vague with what the whole do me a favor concept, and I literally could not come up with how I wanted you to do my bidding. So I left it open-ended, and boy did you guys serve. A whole studio in my honor, a dog picture, a wedding invitation, although that was literally me whole. Wasn't so good. Oh yeah, this project was from Lake's alt account. It was their dog with a box of playing cards. I sent him across the land to spread the word of Cards United. I completely forgot about that project, but in fact, I was going to spell it as favor with the U to cause more chaos, but I thought that was enough. So in essence, I want to create an account that force players to actually engage with them. Incentivized you to do my bidding in exchange for hints that framed me. Also, clear things up. This is why I was so inactive the first few days. I didn't really know what to do or what to say until I actually started forming the concept. The only thing I knew was had the concept of we are Cards United. Not sure what was up with that either, but it really fit the vibe, don't you think? Yeah, the whole we idea is Cards United is interesting. Uh, interesting. It's your line, Winter. I'm sorry I stole that. Chapter 3, Clues. Okay, you won't even believe the lengths to which I went this for. As I said before, I initially planned to frame Tate because I thought realistically it made the most sense to blame her for this account. Either that or maybe Whooper, he hasn't pulled anything in a hot second. Then I thought, that's stupid. Why would I frame someone when I could very obviously frame myself? No one would blatantly say who they are, so obviously if I, Cards United, said that it was me, perhapsably, no one would believe that and automatically eliminate me as an option. I think that might have worked considering no one guessed you correctly. So I began to compile a list of every single term that could be attributed to me as clues I could deal to people in their hands. Each of you would get 5 cards for 5 favorites, but I shrunk it to 4 because I was trying to come up with more references without too much overlap. I also need red herrings for the remaining 37 cards, so I came up with the hints about y'all too on next slides.info. And I'm typing this, I realize I'm providing the world a public source of every single inside joke we've ever made, which low-key seems like a bad idea for future anonymous accounts. So maybe I'll blur it. I don't know. I'm typing this at 11:39 p.m. I'm gonna make the project tomorrow anyways. Anything in yellow connects to me in some way. So perhaps of these accounts. 58, interesting temperature. Nintendo, Niall, season, sack of rice, eat, dare I say. I don't get most of these because I'm still new to AA, but Lahop naturally, smiley face, 2 week bono, here before, MCR. Whooper 19, Pokemon sandwiches, Bangles dysfunctional, Tate 8, colon 3, Mario, Ice Carbon Exhaust, Lake Bacon, Ongo the D, P blank 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 Og, which is Pongo the dog. Someone thought it was Congo the Democratic Republic of, which I do think is also funny. And Madeline for Madeline May, of course. Chatchums, Chattered Plates, 16 Storms, because Storm U, 4090, still rotating, the whole rotating thing. Tord and Vocaloid, as I learned recently what a Vocaloid is. Me, I guess he didn't have much. Winter didn't have much to write about me because I'm still new. So he had Enderman and Metabits. This was where one of my this is where my first favorite came from. Is the Metabits project? The project was Megabits. So I'm like, I didn't realize it was supposed to be a reference to me. So I'm just like Megabits. That sounds a lot like Metabits. So I commented, and then they were like, "You've done a favor," and then changed the spelling. So I'm like, "Wait, what?" That's why I was commenting on a bunch of other accounts trying to just farm more favors. And these are just normal anyone general, but Violet, Mavie, OG, Enderman, because my old account Enderman loves my dead name, but I still use it sometimes, like on Reddit. A general, Violet's Mavie for Call Me Mavie, OG, 11-year-old Cryptic Sniped, V, Vab for Violets Are Blue, Petunia's targeting someone, ignore this. I feel like targeting someone, ignore this could have gone to Tate because of the Vab account in Anonymous Duplicates said targeting someone, ignore this. Yeah. Right, so this wasn't even the hard part. Sure, I came up with all the clues, but now what? Which cards they belong to and who's going to receive each clue. I organized all the clues, connecting to me in groups of 4 and assigned these groups to each of you. The next step was assigning the actual card. I didn't want to just hand you the cards, though. That's too easy. And this was the born the title image confusion had going on. The title would say one card, the actual image would be another. I genuinely just wanted to waste people's time while doing this in addition to favors, as it would force them to search all 52 projects to find their clues. Okay, I returned this card game thing. What the hell is this? It's a giant time waster. Complete nonsense, I think. Unfortunately, the shenanigan didn't work on Darkfire or Whooper, who didn't do me any favors. Rude. But they got me wrong anyway, so we're chill. As if that wasn't enough, I wanted to throw a bigger wrench into things and form a secret red herring that, from your perspective, wasn't a red herring, but I knew in fact it was. The 8s. All of them connected, all of them had tea-related things in their clue. Barista, as in to drink, self-explanatory, also connects to Darkfire. Spilled the tea. 1/4/2022, perhaps the tea, my April Fool's joke. Yeah, April was April Fool's, and I did not get it. 20 in the 20th letter of the alphabet is also T. Not just a coincidence, but also funny T reference. These were the accounts that were supposed to connect to what I framed Tate. I had no idea what Cull was up to me in the lore of the Cards project because everything else was a complete accident. So all that work you put in making the chart in the Google Sheet was just coincidence and luck. Reminds me how bamboozled channels come back to that in due time. There's only right to show you this chart in all its glory. Brace yourself as involved with sense of color coding and all that jazz. Here we go. You challenged my brain, basically. Pretty cool, huh? And obviously, there are more clues than just this. You screenshot, it's just a 2 series pictures. Don't leak, so I don't leak everything, you know? Yeah. The title, the actual card they show. And you can see the eights, 8 of hearts, 8 of clubs, 8 of spades, 8 of diamonds. The hints that are all attached to them. MCR, Man of It Storming, yeah. Chapter 4, Further Concept Development. So what card am I using to clues the cards to chart? How do I make the more count 10-minute rule? I was originally going to be every 15 minutes I release product. I realized that would take me like the whole day, and I did not have time for that, so I shortened it to 10. The few gaps I had in between releasing suits, for example, the delay in diamonds, just had absolutely no significance. I literally just had to get off the site and do other things. There's a gap 4 hours. Exactly. We noticed. Said there's intention. The intention being, you said there was an intention. What was the intention? The intent being I could be productive. What we had what anyone and everyone has ever had, a life, which is what anyone ever had. For those who thought it was a script, it wasn't, dude. That's right. I manually released 52 projects in 10-minute increments. That's 520 minutes at the least, not accounting for breaks. AKA nearly 9 hours on this site. What the freak? But yeah, I woke up at 4 a.m. to be able to do that. Thank God for my 5-day weekend. Yes, I know I should have made a script, but I don't know how to. So instead, I use the opportunity to just act confused. Cards haven't stopped. They probably just messed up whatever code they share project. What do you mean? OMG? But I didn't think of it that way. You're probably right. Probably code and computer release project for 10 minutes per times we're doing. So then that was the thing. What is there? The game. I just lost the game. Again, it keeps happening. There really isn't anything to it. I just added that lore for funsies. Even when I made that first project about the game, it wasn't even relevant to the game. I had no idea what to call my lore, but also I made Chatrums lose the game. Lol. This is just a running joke of Chatrums losing the game all the time. When it came to losing the game, not doing any favors, that was also completely wrong. I didn't know where it came from, but it fit pretty well in my opinion. And again, I wanted to give people fear of missing out for not doing my biddings as they would panic about why they were losing. Last but not least, the Joker. The concept only formed a few days into AA. I thought it would be another great way to throw people off. For all those who actually did me favors, got your hand, all the clues were supposed to connect to me. But by releasing the Joker, especially so close to the end of the round, it was supposed to make you think Cards United was joking about being perhaps ugly. This combined with Able in the description was supposed to make you look at the 8s and therefore take. As for Tweet, I chose the Gaslight chat on a very deep level. Maybe I'll touch conversation, but the gist of it was that we exchanged hands to see how the clues connected because I made up clues for myself too, so I didn't look suspicious. We compared cards. Jadjum's bro, I don't know what happened, but when you told me your real cards, he lied. The first time I met you somehow mixed up spades with clubs, which completely threw you off. I felt so bad because I couldn't correct you without giving myself away, but I did provide help in pointing out how you were supposed to look at the images instead of the title. Whoops. Accidental mogging, or maybe intentional mogging, but mogging. Chapter 5, Moments in Time. His last chapter is mainly me recounting incidents throughout Anonymous Allies where I was either confused or being confusing. First, I was Tate when she had solved the cards pretty early on, might I add. My only 3 suits out, which completely baffled me. What do you mean they solved them? There was nothing to solve? What are you doing? Figured out the puzzles, have to wait until pieces are in place. And then my project, the lore of the cards, any connection made it unintentional except for the ace, which framing Tate plus Joker. I have a moment to appreciate the work here. I don't know what's going on, but I approve it nonetheless. Thank you. I just spent too much time on that. However, I did have a happy accident when it came to all the cards beating a dead horse favorited. At the time, I thought beating was Chatham's and beating Lake made some lore about loving the number 4, so they had favored all project had to do with a 4 in a title or image. But all those cards somehow included 9s and 0s, aka 490, which was the absolute best accident it could have randomized and created my cards that helped me gaslight Chatchums into thinking that he thought I would gaslight Chatchums into thinking that I thought he was cards. So Winter made Chatchums think that Winter thought that Chatchums was Cards United. Duh. When he thought he was gaslighting me into thinking he was cards. So Chatchums thought that Chatchums was gaslighting Winter into thinking that Chatchums was cards. It was all so confusing. When I was gaslighting him since I was cards. Hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense. Also, since beating favorited those projects, and I previously and stupidly believed Chatchums to be beating, I had even more reason to give Chatchums why I thought he was beating in cards. And 2 accounts were connected. You know what I mean? Anyways, here's some excerpts from when I gaslighted Chatchums. It was when we trade cards. Good job, Chatchums, not following the rule. On following the rule set by cards, not revealing your hand right away. And I did literally tell you they were messing with you. I wasn't sure how much clearer it could have been. Until obviously messed you. This is why when I told my made-up reasons why Chatchums was beating with cards, 490 cards he has favored on beating, except he wasn't beating. Standard card. It's getting you envy. Honestly, what's me to find them, but I'm potentially confused. Time different than me for sure. Other bro is trying to gaslight me right now, but we can talk about my acting. I feel like an 8, to be honest. What do you mean like that? Now he's trying to backpedal and dissuade me from believing these cards, but I already know that. Parson, when I hint found just a coincidence, a girl. It wasn't in fact a coincidence. Sure, it's a coincidence. Trust. I was trying to make him think that I thought all his gaslighting was part of Card's game, and it convinced him that he was Cards to win. I'm falling for your little game challenges. My musical favorite. Stop trying to convince you that you already lost. Oh, I think I'm losing. This player's really falling my trap. Oh no, I fell for his trap. What shall I do? All is ruined. No. Like, no, I've been more clear. You guys haven't seen the best part of Santa for the end. Misdirection, I guess. I don't know how you work. Spoiler, it was misdirection. Exactly. You don't know how I work, so how do you know this whole thing isn't misdirection? Another thing was there were projects that included cards that don't flip, typos, or inaccurate to kill. Anything like that was purely a mistake. After the first was pointed out, I had to go through to the other mistakes so you guys wouldn't milk favors like that. So I wanted to be treated like a king, to be honest. It was so entertaining. Also, inaccurate to kill was really not my fault. I ripped it from the internet. You don't mind sharing when you do count as a favorite? Will you quote a description? Okay, this is my explanation of how I got my favorite. I had the bro throw off. Description for that one really said Megavis, so I said Metavis is a currency in game I play called Subtle Singularity, and they changed the description and claimed I'd done a favor. I still don't understand. That was how I got my first favor about the Metabit stuff. Loading a mistake on mine. Hey, I can do a favor for you. In the project, there was supposed to be a King of Spades. However, the card was actually the Ace of Spades with the letter A replaced with K. We can tell because the card does not feature art resembling King instead of a large film with spade symbols typical in Ace Spades. Oh my god, the biggest jump scare is it was telling people to do their favors in the profile. I was replying to them saying let's play a game because being honest is fun, but I don't know what actually happened on Dark Files profile when I accidentally replied in a chain with perhaps a on my card's account. And I literally panicked and tried to get it to leave. It wouldn't update fast enough. So I had to improvise and just say, let's play a game on everyone's profile multiple times just to put them off. I was so scared. Yeah, I was a little confused by that because I'm like, leave me alone. That was mainly Grackle. Grackle saying, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you. But it was just, yeah, I didn't get rid of it. Whole question you particular term does not. Is see how this is a chain of perhapsibly? Let's play a game. This is where I fumbled. Here I am covering my tracks by spamming everyone's profile multiple times the same message. A favor, favor, favor. Need can do a favor. We're out. Let's never play cards for my life. I'm screwed. Let's play a game. Honestly, my biggest surprise was Darkfire and Woopert didn't guess me. I genuinely thought I was cooked when they didn't play the game. Which all just come on, man. How many times did I lose this game in this video? You just lost the game. Which you also lost, but thankfully there were some of bamboozle. Also, the whole time I was so confident y'all were working together. Like I swear, I read way too deep in everything. It always seems like psychological damage is always built into AA. It's unavoidable. So, in summary, I created an AA account based on deck of cards, provided 52 hints, and assigned each participant a hand they would receive in exchange for doing me favors because I thought it was funny. All the dealt cards were intended to frame me, but literally the night before the round ended, I released the Joker card to make everyone think that I, Cards United, was joking about the hints I gave you with sneaky reference to number 8. I attempted to frame Tate as me, Cards United, though through T or T-related hints, and not sure if anyone actually fell for that. It was somehow gaslit many, mainly by acting utterly clueless. In reality, I knew everything. The end. This is so funny, person. Make sure you get screenshots for how I got Mog Project. Okay. That's what the project, but there's still more to go through because I have to talk about the comments. Because I wrote more in my comments here than I think I've ever written in Scratch. It is what getting Mogs feels like because I'm so convinced Card United was like just get figured out for everyone else. Cards United was A, the Cards Project A was attempt for a favor, and B, me trying to wrap my head around it spread what I knew to other people. Honestly, I did not catch what you were hinting on Tate at all, but that made because I'm a newbie. Huge props for staying up super late manually releasing the cards. I remember sitting in algebra class and staring at the profile, refreshing the page every 10 minutes, add the Project Studio. Also, I thought the beating eating rivalry was funny, so I tried to start some rival of cards on my other account, Grackle, which still passed my eating guess. And in short, you tried way too hard in this, and I hope you wouldn't because of it had to make 2 consequent character limit. Also, banger project title. I was so scared when you made the project people threw out the 8th clue too early. I wanted to be solved after I dropped the Joker card. Lucky didn't pick up it anyways. I'm still classifying our chat. And the Grackle rivalry is genuinely my favorite thing ever. Can't tell you how much I love these projects now. Bro, I did have Grackle down to do it. Misled with the rhyming thing, and someone decided you were Darkfire. And no such thing as trying to RFA. Thank you so much. I just lost the game. Thank you, chat. I messed up my cards. Not looking at the references, man. I thought the red herring was a card from a real one. Started cards, just a specific order, match shuffle cards, graphic order. Same question it was, and cards were different as arch mentioned. Algorithm exams happen. Sarcasm after mogging these unreals and messed up. Crazy Mish, I did mog you without beating. Favorite account today. We jumped so many moves, interpreted cards. Answers right there. It's actually crazy. Could be modding discussion, never discussing you. My last favorite genuinely mess up how cards with parsnips. So many people overthought the cards. I'm genuinely shocked by how many ways you interpret them and go in the title image confusion. I never would have thought an order mattered since it was a pretty good idea. That's why I was so inactive first week because I literally had no idea how to run the count. It's some other red herrings I didn't even intend. To include the beating Mog explanation that I got lazy, did have to lock in. Maybe I'll add. Sorry for random cut there. I just had to go do some school stuff. Yes. Final coup beating explanation lazy to lock in doing only 47 slides. Really favorite count, such a comment, bro. We're talking about you mogged with Albania. I actually thought doing something. Last favorite flip me being stupid. Check everything. So Albania thing worked while you're playing along. It's what you make think Albania the whole time. I still guess take right there. Run through reference. So there's plenty of people I didn't think you're Albania. But yeah, oh no, it's very much happy, bro. I felt so bad gaslighting you. Never done that much. It's a whole nother level. Applying this product is insane. Even with cartoon didn't outright lie to your face. It was intentionally confusing. Albania, I never tended to gaslight like that. I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad I can make you suffer. At least I didn't lose the game. Stop it. Stop it. Still, best to found the game. See what I did there? You're so right. Bro, this is bad level mogging. What? I swear, I got post fear missing out from this AA. Also, I didn't appreciate the casual shade being thrown at me. I sacrificed my dignity by writing a diss track for myself. I still didn't mock anybody. It's sad you weren't active this round to fall from our chance, but it's okay because exams existed as a bitch. I expected the diss track to contain more diss. There's a lot more slander you could have taken them out. Me too alone, but sorry, I got a lucky in because I can't communicate with this and Cold Camel. I don't even know what the count concept was because of glazing you and insulting myself. But the fact that slander perfect fine. Tried to base it off the Baby Winter 58 account a long time ago, but I kind of lost the original mission I had. I want to do chat my idea, search it on my profile, but Ro needs to be active for. Also crazy we had to do one summer. We last day before college. Truly a wonderful account concept. I think you should incorporate into Super Whooper as well. Is it? It's no. Yeah, I think it's the same account. Oh, gee, I totally forgot about the account. Have there been so many other things? This is gonna be summary, and looking at what you're all saying so funny, you'll see when I stop procrastinating. Uh, Having no prep is so funny. Well, I just had to listen to my head as an idea for months, and Albania was pretty much on the spot. I came to realize winging AA is actually quite fun, Momo. As someone who never preps, I can confirm this. I only participated in two AAs, anonymous duplicates and anonymous allies, and these people take it extremely seriously. Like they have note docs to keep track of all the information, and they have I did actually start a brainstorming document for account ideas, so hopefully I'll be a little more prepared. But I do think I'm getting better. Last event in the duplicates, I did pretty poorly, but I think I'm going to do pretty good. I think I did pretty decent this time, and hopefully next time I'll do even better. Also, I said I solved it. Thought it was one card led to next and so on. That's just a red herring. I see you interpret like that. Although I managed saying in blue some point. That's why I was confused. Troll. You pay this in like 2 ways. I'm not doing rewind. Yeah, there's another one coming out. I think later this month called Anonymous Rewind. I don't know what it is about, but it's happening. So anywho, I think that's everything. That's all Cards United has, which means that it's done. I've finished analyzing anonymous allies, and there's nothing more. The results are still not out yet, but I think they're gonna be out by the end of today. And I can look at the account owner because though I think the account's run by Tate, and they said it would be out in a couple days. Results Wednesday, I think. Results went soon. I swear. Tate was honest. Yeah. Results are not out yet. I hope they'll be out in the next few days. But yeah, thanks for sticking around the series. To anyone who watched the whole thing, and that's all I got. Goodbye.